What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fitment Industries Garage, and we are here today with another episode of What Wheels Fit, where we go over all different types of cars and all different types of wheel, tire, and suspension setups, for different vehicles to help you guys out and help you guys find your next setup, whether that be for wheels more specifically, or tires or suspension for your car. I'm Gels from Fitment Industries, and today we're going to be going over none other than the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. Before we go ahead and get right into it, don't forget to subscribe and then check out some of the other videos that we have here on Fitment Industries Garage channel. And of course, once you watch this and figure out what is going to fit your 3000 GT, hop on over to fitmentindustries.com, where we have wheels for that, we have tires for that, and of course, suspension for that as well. Fitmentindustries.com, check it out. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into the video. We try to make this as simple and as straightforward as we can. So picking out a new set of wheels for your car is a pretty big deal, and definitely a part of your car that you want to get right, and definitely right the first time. So what we're gonna do is take a look at some of the 3000 GTs that are sitting in our fitment gallery right now over at fitmentindustries.com, and take them and look at the pictures and go over what setups they are running for their wheel, tire, and suspension to give you an idea of what to look for, or a good starting point, or maybe you just really liked a certain setup and you're like, I'm just gonna go with that. So here we go. First things first, these cars run a 5x114.3 bolt pattern. First thing you need to know. And then the next thing is that we have a general fitment range for these cars too, that give us anywhere between a 16 and 19 inch diameter for the wheels, 8 to 9.5 inches for the width, and an offset that lands somewhere in between a +30 to +45. Now, that is the averages from what we see most people running that are uploaded to the gallery. However, even though it does narrow it down a little bit, it still does leave us with a pretty big range. So let's go ahead and get into our list of cars here, which is going to start off pretty mild to give some options and examples for those who are looking for a good, solid, dailyable setup that isn't going to risk taking away any of the drivability of the car. It's not going to require any fender rolling, and it's not going to require any additional suspension components, to dial everything in or to make sure that anything is rubbing. So that being said, let's take a look at the first car of the day, which is a 1998 on some Motegi MR131 wheels. Now these are an 18x8 wheel with a +45 offset. For the tires, the owner went with some Pirelli P0s, 245/40, and then the car is sitting on some K-Sport coilovers. No rubbing, no fender rolling, and this setup gives you a tucked, almost nearly flush fitment. Next up, we have another 1998, this time sitting on some Revolution Racing RR06s. Now this is an 18x8 again, but going down in that offset about 5 millimeters to a +40. Now pair that with some 245/40 Yokohama tires, and then sitting on some Eibach lowering springs. So with this change in offset, we see the wheels pushed out just a little bit compared to the last one, further giving us a little more of a flush fitment. Kicking it back a few years, we take a look at a 1991 with a 17-inch wheel setup. So these are some Enkei RPF1s, 17x8.5 +35. So going down in the diameter, but still getting a little bit wider, dropping that offset a little bit. So 245/45 tire for the size, and then sitting again on some K-Sport coilovers, which are a pretty popular option for these cars. Getting a little more aggressive, we get into this 1998 with some Enkei RPF1s, 18x8.5 +30 offset with some Achilles tires with a size of 235/40, and then sitting on some Tane lowering springs. So a very flush fitment here. I would imagine if this were on coilovers or something like that, that fender rolling would probably be necessary. However, with lowering springs, it's not. Kicking it up a bit, we get to this 1996 with some Avant DS05s, and these are an 18x9.5 +30 offset wrapped in a 245/40 Nankang tire, and then sitting on some Megan Racing coilovers. Now with this setup, you do get a little bit of poke, but nothing too crazy. Probably could be dialed in with a little bit of camber adjustment, but this is how the owner is running it. Which leaves us with our last car for the day, which is a bit of an outlier, but we definitely wanted to include it. This is a 1992 with some Enkei RPF1s again, however with a size of 18x10.5 +15 offset for a 245/40 tire, and then resting on some Megan Racing coilovers. Now this car does have some adjustable suspension components to help dial in the fitment, and the fenders are rolled and pulled. Now showing that a larger setup can definitely be done with these cars, that it just requires some additional steps and some modifications to the fenders. So there you have it. Those are some good solid examples of what people are running on their 3000 GTs as far as their wheels, tires, and suspension. Now Of course, if we didn't show you anything that you really liked, feel free to hop on over to fitmentindustries.com. Check out the gallery for yourself. Punch in Mitsubishi 3000GT. You'll see all the options that we have there that people have uploaded. And of course, if you have a 3000GT like it uploaded there as well, please feel free to do so. Help us out. It'll help us help other people, all that sort of fun stuff. Like I said, that's where we pull all these cars from. It's where we get all this information from. So it does help a ton. Don't forget, wheels, tires, suspension, fitmentindustries.com. I'm Gels. We'll see you later. Peace.